Man Mr. Jermain Williams, what up, boy?
What's good? What's going on with you?
Yo. Hey, first off, I want to say thank you for the positive energy that you always bring. Cause like, I don't know if they know. I'm gonna make it short too, cause you know I got stories for days.
Of course.
But I met Jermain through Shamia, right? And the first conversation, I was like, "Oh yeah, this bro, like this, he cool."
Oh, super cool, super cool. I'm not even professional.
But first off, I want to start by saying thank you for agreeing to be on the pod, man. It means a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you for the invite, brother, for sure.
Man, hey. So first off, how's your morning going so far?
It's good. It's early on my side of town, man. So you kind of, I think get a little crust in my eye, and
Yep.
I don't even think I tasted Colgate this morning, yet, bro.
No. Now I tasted Colgate, but I ain't had that coffee yet. I ain't had my
that's the one. That's the one that gets you,
bruh.
The little boost.
It's a little white lady at Starbucks. She be like, here's your morning cup of caffeine. I'm like, don't say it like that.
Yeah, basically. Here's your drugs.
Right, that's exactly how she sounds.
Go and take that in you. A little white lady pusher. She pushing caffeine on you, bro.
Yo, they know what they doing over there, man.
Pushing P. You're pushing P.
Well, first off, okay, I got a few questions for you, but I want to know, how did it feel being from California and experiencing this Super Bowl, man? How did that feel, bro?
It made me feel proud to be from LA, bro. Honestly, like the energy of the Super Bowl. Just hands down, if you're from LA, you automatically know how much of an impact Dr. Dre's music has on the West Coast. Right. Not even just across the world and in the country, but for the West Coast in general. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's just a staple. And the thing is like he's drawn so many of your favorite rappers to him. I mean, even prior to him going solo and doing the whole Aftermath thing. I mean, he messed with the likes of Ice Cube and Eazy-E. Like all those were staples. And then when he came out and did the first Chronic was already crazy, right? That was already crazy. And then from there, I think the pressure of just being Dr. Dre and coming out with something equally as good was crazy. And then Chronic 2000, bro. Chronic 2001 was such a staple in hip-hop in general.
Right.
And honestly, bro, it's crazy you mentioned it. I actually had a movie idea based on the album. Because for me, I feel like the Up in Smoke tour, for me, and people probably disagree, was probably the biggest tour ever. Bruh. Like one of the biggest hip hop tours ever. And I don't think any other artist, even to this day, has matched that. I mean, just look at the lineup he had on the the Up in Smoke tour. Dude, he had Dog Pound, he had Exhibit, he had Eminem, he had he had Snoop, like the whole, just the lineup itself. Tell me another tour that matched with that.
I can't. I mean, honestly, bro. And the youngins, I done became an unk now, bro. I can't believe it.
Nice, congratulations.
No, not a real unk, because I have no siblings.
Well, I'll take my congratulations back.
So the youngins, they be like, yo, Uncle Nedo, what up? Like even on TikTok.
Got you. Yeah. We getting up there.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, I'm just like, how they view artists as, they do so and so, or they're a superstar, or that's the GOAT. Like I went on a whole rant. I was like, yo, these new kids, y'all ain't GOATs. Don't say
No,
that.
no, it's too early. Like people don't
Exactly.
know about paying their dues. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like for me, like Dre had been in the game so long, he had to super earn that. I feel like nowadays folks do like
One
2
record.
albums, you already a GOAT.
Exactly. You're
Man,
not.
it's like, wait, what?
And and look, some of them when they come to the studio in Atlanta, they be like, yo, you a go. I'm like, yo, don't even call me that yet. I'm not there.
Right.
Like
I still got work to do.
exactly, because if you look at Dre
Yeah.
and you look at the caliber of artists, those are superstars. Those are
Right.
like superheroes.
Right.
And
No, they are. They're like Avengers.
exactly.
Right.
So when you look at his offsprings in the music business, that's what solidifies him as a GOAT to me.
Absolutely. I mean, bro, he had products, Eminem, 50 Cent,
Yep.
Game.
Yep.
Bro, like all these people were like prominent and they've went on to be successes all their own.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Like he's like, here's the start of your career. You go on and make some of yourself.
Yo,
like it's crazy.
Yo, he gave my folk the superhero serum. Like, yo,
Yeah.
you want to do movies? You want to do radio stations? Cause M got Shade 4-5. Like,
right.
It's ridiculous. So
it's ridiculous, man. And you know
yeah.
what's crazy, man? People still kind of throw shade at Dre. In a sense, I listened to it's a popular station out here. Actually, it's Stevie Wonder station out here in California, KGLH.
Hold on, Stevie got a station, bruh. Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
But dude, Stevie Wonder he been having a station out here since like the 80s, like the late 80s, early 90s. You bought up the station. Yeah, you come out here listen to KGLH, bro. They still play good new R&B music. Like it's yeah. If you miss an R&B, you in Cali, listen to 102.3. I just did a plug for these niggas. I didn't even realize. That's just how much I love music.
Exactly.
I plug everybody. I'm just a plugger. I'm a plugger. I'm a lover of music, and I just be free plugging.
well, okay. So into your bags. What got you into the acting space? Because I know you're a dancer, right?
Why people? It's crazy. Look, man, I'm an actor first, if anything. It's crazy. Like I don't know who put the shit up on Wikipedia, but they like dancer is in all caps for like some people. Like they see that, oh, he's a dancer. And I'm like, nah. I mean, I can keep a rhythm, but I'm not like a professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm an actor first though.
You're
I always been an actor first.
Okay, we're gonna put that out there. Certified in the streets. You hear it first. Stop calling this man a dancer.
The dancer takes a backseat. No,
okay.
But no. But no, I've always been an actor first, man. And long story short, bro, I was just always drawn to the TV as a kid. I looked up to the likes of, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. These are all the people I wanted to work with someday. And I used to emulate them all the time. Anytime, I used to always copy, the Martin Show and, Eddie Murphy, Nutty Professor, all that. I just looked up to all these cats from the comedy world. And at a young age, I even listened to a lot of comedy albums. Listened to Richard Pryor. I used to sneak and listen to it. My dad still had the vinyls. I was sneaking listen on to it.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy Raw. You So Crazy. Martin Lawrence.
Classic.
Yeah, bro. I used to listen to all that stuff, and I'm like, yo, I want to be just like these guys. So, I got in the industry around 11 to 12 years old. My sister saw something in me, and she just really wanted to, have my parents to kind of like back me and push me towards that. So, I went through this company called Beverly Hills Studios. They had acting classes, and at the end of the acting classes, they had agent showcases where they picked the top-notch kids from the actual school, and they would showcase their talent in front of the top agencies in California and LA. And and then from there, man, that's how I was able to get my first agent. Shout out to Kim Gola. I've been with her ever since I was 12 years old, and she's like family, man. So yeah, I'm still here.
With her?
Yeah, I'm still standing. I'm still strong.
That's great.
my Antoine Fisher. I'm still standing. I'm still strong. Yeah, we've been together all these years, man. She still, she calls me her baby. Like, she took me under her wing, bro, and she still sends me out for auditions and stuff, bro.
That's dope. Well, I think that speaks a lot on her character too.
Absolutely. She could have been got rid of my ass. She was like, "You, how old are you? You pushing 40? Pushing P? Get the hell out of here."
Yo, because even in that, okay, our perception of old now, like, so I hear you do the rundown on how you got in the business, and I'm thinking, well, hell, a lot of that process is probably 86 now, cause of social media.
Right. Yeah, it's not even the same no more. Like, it's to the point where you can literally, self-made. You are self-made if you know how to promote yourself through social media, which I haven't. I haven't honed yet. I haven't been able to find that talent to self-promote myself. And I give tons of credit to cats who are able to do that every day and make a career for themselves. Ha Davis, King Back.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I watch all Jess Hilarious. I watch all these people. And that takes a whole lot of time and patience that I don't have.
Did you have a chance to ever go to the Comedy Store? Because I just watched that doc, and this
the doc
crazy.
is amazing. Doc is amazing. So I was never went to Fat Tuesdays.
Okay.
I think I may have heard of it. I don't know if I was too young or whatever the case may be, because it was really hot in the 90s, maybe the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, and we're about the same age.
Yeah, I used to go to Chocolate Sundays. They still have Chocolate Sundays at the Laugh Factory. I used to stay up there. It was kind of like the same vibe, but I think Fat Tuesdays was what started everything. That happened before the Chocolate Sundays. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
But I was able to work with not work with him, like film with him, but I was able to do like a couple of events with Guy Torrey. Really, really cool cat.
Dope.
Guy Torrey, really cool. Yeah.
And I want to point this out. You self-corrected, and most kids nowadays be like, "Yeah, I work with so and so. I work with so and so," and you were just in the studio, like you didn't even do nothing, like.
No, real talk. Yeah, trust me, bro.
But you actually did work.
I don't like the cap like that, bro. I try to keep it as real as possible. Yeah, man, we did a movie together, man. Shout out to Guy Torrey. We did a movie together. I was the lead. He was like my sidekick, and all that shit. Like, nah, man. We did a couple. Like, he made a fundraiser event. We just played a couple basketball games. That was it.
But see, in New Age though, it's like, oh, I ain't capping. We actually did do so and so, and they got the picture to show it. Oh, y'all work together. And for us, in our caliber of people, you didn't work with them unless you did a full project or something, like you were instrumental in the process.
Oh yeah, like it's work if you sign a contract. You know what I mean, and you're in front of a camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's just work. You know what I'm saying? That's, you wake up, there's a call time. There's a call time at 7 a.m. You work your 8, 10, 12 hours, whatever the case may be, and you're on with you. That's working with somebody. Like, for me, us doing fundraisers, that's a coincidence, nigga. That's oh shit, nigga, I didn't know you was gonna be up here. What's up?
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, God? I didn't know you was gonna be here.
Yo, they live for the photo ops now, bruh. They live for the photo ops, and I'm just like, I don't even want to take no picture. Like,
yeah, crazy, man. What's crazy? I got a quick story, bro.
Okay.
I saw Charlie Sheen do a photo op, bro, years ago.
Okay.
And it was so I was low key mad at him. So not only I think this was prior to him spreading AIDS to everybody.
My boy, wild over the AIDS.
This was prior to him sending his little tainted seed to everybody.
Okay.
This was when I was still doing the Disney Channel stuff, man. We did this little feed the homeless joint in downtown LA. And as you know, Skid Row downtown is the worst. You know what I'm saying? But it really felt good to feed the homeless on this event. They had the news. Everybody was there, bro. And we had been there, me and the cast of my Disney show called The Jersey, we had been there for 2-3 hours just feeding the homeless and just getting to know people, chatting it up. And then here comes Charlie Sheen with his little crew. And when I tell you, he came behind the table, had the photo out, bro. He fixed 2 plates. This nigga fixed 2 plates, smiled for the cameras, and was like, all right, we're good.
Are you serious?
Bruh. I said, Charles, you was an asshole, bro.
I can't
You was
do
an asshole, man. Then he went on to just spread his little tainted, nasty little HRVC, bro.
exactly. And the only person I would say I got shaded by, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm from the South. You know, we from North Carolina. We stay in Georgia now, so it's still, you know, it ain't it ain't peaches and cream in the race relations department.
Ah, of course.
So it's already kind of, you know, hella white folk behind the scenes. This actually the crew and all that kind of stuff. And Cube invited me, wifey, and some more folk to the ride along set,
Okay.
right? So
Uh-huh.
of course I'm from music world, bro. So I'm looking like, okay, I'm about to get this, you know, somewhat not preferential treatment, but you at least will be like, oh, what's up, you
Of
know,
course.
bruh.
Out of respect, because I mean, shit, you know, you had Cube invite you and vouch for you.
Bruh.
You know, I'm telling you, bro. I know exactly. Go ahead.
So
I already know where it's going.
So,
Go ahead.
so we out, and you know, first off, we get to the set. Q scream out, "Yo, Mag, what up?" So I'm like, "Yo, Q, I know." Yeah. Of course, we were making music together, but I hadn't met him in person.
Okay.
So that was the first time meeting him in person. He was cool, and he say, "Yo, Kev, say what up? This Mag," and it's Kevin Hart, bruh. When I tell you, my boy shaded us so damn bad, bro. I was like, wow. So that's how you do. Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, bro.
Cool.
Yeah, I actually work with Kev, man. I'm gonna keep that story to myself. But go ahead. I may work with him again, bro. But yeah, Kevin's a character, man. Funny guy.
But after watching his behind the scenes
Yeah.
doc, I don't know if it's a doc or just episodic stuff, but I appreciated why he did that. I had context to it. I had context to it. But without the context, I'm like,
so you
bruh,
guys, so there's validation now, like
exactly. But before that, I'm like,
okay.
bro, don't come to the east side, bro. Whatever, whatever
So
you
look,
do.
so I know this much, man. Kevin is all about his work and pushing his brand,
Right.
and I gotta do nothing but respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, people are still people, man. Like you gotta still respect folks.
Yeah.
That's in your presence, because you may not know who they are and where they might go.
Right.
And at this point, I know he's in a world at a status now where he can give two shits
Yeah.
about who you are, where you're going. So he's like, he's already made it. So he
Yeah.
doesn't need any kind of validation from anybody else. But at the end of the day, man, it's like you still gotta humble yourself.
Yeah.
But in this industry, humility and being humble sometimes, especially if you're already at a certain status, is not respected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. I agree.
But it is what it is.
Well, to wrap up Black History Month, I did a terrible job too. By the way, I tried to keep bringing content on Black history, and I think
this was a great interview.
Yo, I did a terrible job.
He said, "Damn it, it's February, man. I keep missing the mark."
So
he said, "Dr. King is mad at me right now."
Yo, the cane, man, the cane.
The cane.
He ain't feeling me right now. So I wanted to bring you in and talk about your process and what you had to do to prepare for your role in the Great Debaters. If y'all didn't know, Jermain Williams in the Great Debaters. Come.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. It was a strenuous, very bit nerve-wracking, but I was focused. It was a very focused process. I can say that much, because I came from the comedic acting world. I did a lot of comedy, did a lot of funny stuff, and this would have been my first major dramatic role and period piece. I had never did a period piece before.
Okay.
If you have seen the film is set in the 1930s.
Yeah.
In a very highly racial time in the South. And very racial, bro. But
Still
Yeah,
racist,
I
but go
mean,
ahead.
it was but it was no, it was very strenuous for me because I just wanted to make sure I claimed it first. I claimed the role first,
Mm-hmm.
and I said this role is mine, and I just wanted to make sure that I booked it. It was that important because Denzel Washington is like, you hear Denzel Washington, everybody wants to work with Denzel and had
Exactly.
it on your resume. So it was a time of me just being really focused on my lines. Bringing out the character and making the character my own. So
Mm.
I took it really seriously, and the process was amazing. At the end of the day, I was able to get the role,
Yeah.
and it was nerve wracking because I want to say I got like 2 callbacks after my first initial audition,
Wow.
and the second callback, Denzel was there. And then the
What?
third one, and then the third guy, yes, we can imagine how nerve wracking that was. We went to Sony Studios, man, and it's so many familiar faces. And I found out who I was going up against. I said, and then once you find out who you're going up against, that little discouraging little guy on your shoulder is like, nigga, you ain't getting this,
Yeah.
bro.
I feel you. I feel you.
You ain't getting this part. But you got to hold strong. You know what I'm saying? You're here for a reason. So I was there in the room, and somebody came out and said, Denzel is here. And dude, when I tell you, I had to shit myself since I was like 3. I think a chip of shit came out and just a little bit. I hope it didn't stink. But it was one of those situations where I just had to and I literally just took that big swallow, and he came out and introduced himself to everybody as if nobody knew who the hell he was. And,
Wow.
and he was like, "Hey guys, I'm Denzel." I was like, "Yeah, we know." And he said, "I just want you to be yourself. I want you to be yourself. I want you to do your best in there, and you can go in there and kill it." I was like, "Wow, go in
That's
there."
dope.
And honestly, man, it was one of the most interesting auditions I'd ever been in. So I went in there. I went in there with a camera in my pocket. I went
Really?
in there with a camera in my pocket, and before I even started, I said, "Sir, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I may not ever see you again, work with you, whatever the case may be, but I want to make sure that I get a picture with you, just to know that I made it this far in the audition process. Is that okay?" And he got up, took a picture with me. It was cool, and we went to the audition process. So
That's
I
dope.
did the scenes that I auditioned for, and after that, he just wanted to improv. And like honestly,
What?
Denzel was he's an improv master. So basically, he was like, "Okay, Hamilton." So what he kept doing, he kept calling me the character name. He never called me Jermain. He was like, "Okay, Hamilton, I want to play. I want to play with you. I'm going to ask you a few questions. I want you to keep in character." So that's what I did, and he just kept throwing these questions at me, and my character really didn't have a background story. I just had to literally have to make one up on the cuff for whatever questions he threw my way.
Wow.
And it was crazy. It was nerve wracking, man, because I had to come up with all these different things. I said, well, my grandfather was a sharecropper, and my mother, she was a cook, and she used to cook this, and it was just, we was
Wow.
going back, we were just going back and forth, and it was fun, you know what I mean? And that was the second audition, and then the third audition, they kind of like tied it up to a few, and they started mixing matching everybody to see who looks best with each other, who works best with each other.
Hmm.
And at the end of that process, the man literally walked me out the door, put his arm around me, and said, "How would you like to play Hamilton Burgess?" I said, "Oh, I would love to." He said, "Well, the part's yours." And bro,
Wow.
I almost collapsed. I was like, "What?" And the rest is history, man. And we went on to film the movie in Shreveport, Louisiana. It was a great trip. It was a great process, and one of the most amazing times of my life. To be
That's
honest.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Now
Yes, sir.
to wrap it up, I want you to talk about your film that you got coming out.
Yes, sir. So taking risk, out of my comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
into the executive producer world. I just produced my first short film alongside my partner, Drika Armstrong, who's a very, very talented producer, writer, director of a short film called Welcome. not going to give too much, but it's basically definitely about social injustice.
Okay.
But we are definitely not promoting Black death. It's definitely got a flip to it.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're not promoting Black death by any means, but it definitely kind of just makes you think. You know what I'm saying? And the project definitely asks the question of what if you were in my shoes, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a flip. Yeah, this kind of makes you think a little bit. And it was a crazy process, man.
Now,
producing a movie is not easy, but it was definitely from what all the barriers we broke and the walls we hit, like smack dab in the face, and a lot of no's we got, we were still able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like in that sense, it was meant for us to film. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a 4-day shoot, and we was able to get through the 4 days and get everything we wanted.
Wow.
So, yeah,
that was a long 4 days.
Bro, it was a long 4 days, bro. Dude, not even that. Like, prior to that, to even get to the 4 days, it was like an 8-month process.
Yeah, I believe it.
It took time, man. And honestly, man, it's one of those situations where I want to get to the point where I can be so financially stable that doing a short film or even just a film in general, if somebody has an idea or if I have an idea, I can just drop 50 G's, 75 G's and just get it done. And the process doesn't have to be 8 months. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working towards that. I'm saving my pennies, man. Saving my pennies.
Well, I want to say I appreciate you, bro, because first off, with being an executive producer, and real executive producers, because I just got on somebody. I got on somebody about being a fake executive producer. So I have to say, a real executive producer that's financing, that's getting sets and all that stuff, putting the actors. That's a real executive producer. So I want to say, shouts out to you for that. Shouts out to you for the hours, because me and Shamia did one. No, we did a few, but one main movie. We were just, and it was just a band scene, bro, with Kelsey Grammer.
Okay.
Right? Bruh, when I tell you, them folks said, yeah, we need y'all to be here at 5:30. I was like, all right, cool. AM. I was like, no, what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, to sit on the set, like.
Bruh. Patience.
Bruh. And they're like, yeah, call time. Then we sitting.
Hey, it make you start singing them drinker. Patience. Little brother.
No, don't do it.
Patience. It's 1 p.m. We still here in the same little room.
Bruh. When I tell you, bruh. I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at all the extras. I'm looking at the lighting crew. I'm looking at the real executive producers behind. But looking at it behind the camera, they seeing it from a different point of view, and then they got this person doing this, and they're like, "Oh, we hear you over there. Shoot it again, roll it again." I'm like, wait,
bruh. Yeah.
So I respect, bro. I respect you for that. That takes some gall.
Every day of the 4 days was a 12-hour day. It was a 12-hour day, easy.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And the thing is, even in 12 hours, you still don't get everything you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way it is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, bruh, I appreciate you. I told you I wasn't going to have you too long. I got 1,000 more questions, but we ain't going to do that today.
Oh, okay. I'll give me one more.
No. Because see, my next set of questions start going into the actor/family life perspective. See what I'm saying? So yeah, we ain't gonna do
that for another episode.
Yeah,
we can talk about that right there.
But I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man, have me back, brother. This is dope. This is dope, man. I love what you're doing, man. You got my full 100% support, brother, for sure.
All right.
So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man. And yeah, I would love to come back and do it again, bro.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good day, bro.
All right, you do the same, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, peace.
All right.
Mr. Jermain Williams in the building.